So the modellings continue on the main mountain on this circuit. So I'm going to chance my arm doing this thing with the cat litter. Now this is the piece, the test piece, and a lot of it came off, as you can see. A lot of it is stuck on. So once this is down, it won't be touched. You know, I'm just putting some here to try first. If it works, I'll put some up here. If it doesn't work, I'll paint it and it'll look like a muddy area where people stand. I'll put this fence here as well, which is actually metal. And I cleaned the metal and just left it in a sort of a rusty type of metal look. Or it could be a sort of an old polished alloy. Whatever takes your fancy. You know, so more like a galvanized. If there was a fence in a place like that, it would be made from galvanized poles. So I'm just going to put the thing here. And then I've removed my barren tree. And have I glued these on? Yeah, those are glued on. So I'll remove the car, the tree, and I'll put some more up here. But first I'll experiment with this. So stand by, I'll throw some glue on it. And let's see where we go from there. So I'm going to put a good bit of glue on, just where I want these stones to be. So let's put the glue on there. Okay. Because I want the stones to sink in and get a grip on the. Now, I have an old brush here. I'm going to just spread it around with the old brush. And let's hope this works. If it doesn't, it's fixable. Everything's fixable. It's just a bit of paint, maybe a different material. Maybe I'll go and buy the proper stuff. Or maybe I won't. We'll see. So it's just this area where there's pebbles down here. You know, so let me see. I think that's ready now. Let's throw some. I think I'll put some in here as well. Now after this I'll vacuum these and pick up all the loose ones. And let's hope I have enough sitting on it to make it a bit realistic looking. Okay guys, let's do this. I'll just throw that brush there and join me as I make a mess of things. Now I'm put a good few on because I'm going to vacuum them. I'm going to put a good few on and then the vacuum whatever isn't stuck later. Okay, that's enough. Squash them down with my hand and hope that enough stick that when I vacuum I'll be left with a nice little area of gravel. Now I could leave it like this. That's too much actually. I'd have to vacuum some anyway. Let's see guys. Now I suppose I don't want it too lumpy, so at the same time as I want to get it level, as if it's been squashed down by many feet over the years. I don't want to look too unrealistic, guys. So size-wise, it's probably more suitable for 1/4 scale. More suitable for 1/4 scale than 1/32 scale. Now, okay, I'm going to leave this to dry for a few hours. Come back later with a sock over the nozzle of my vacuum cleaner and vacuum up whatever's not stuck. Now maybe a lot of it will vacuum, we'll see. But that's that. Now I can put a very, very thin black wash on that, or dry brush black, just to darken it down a little bit. But we'll see. I can come back to that later if I want to adjust it a little bit. Okay, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Let's come back to this in a while. I made these little barriers. Made another metal fence using this stuff. I'll show you this stuff in a few minutes. I have it out in the garage. I'll show you what it actually is. Don't know if anyone can guess what it is before I actually show you. But it just goes to show every trip to the hardware store is an adventure. These barriers are just foam with some tape put over them. So they just give a little bit of colour to this part of the track, you know. So that's what I'm up to. Now, I'll come back to you. We vacuum this up. I'll vacuum this and we'll see how that looks. What I've done on this corner is I've cut a piece, if you remember, I wasn't happy with this particular area. So I've cut a piece of wood to fit here and I have a groove in it. So it'll hold, I'll have a little cut in that. So that'll actually sit in there. I'll screw this down, paint the where I've cut, and then get the grass back here and fill it in with some foliage there. And that'll be that corner looking a lot better. And then I still have to get some sort of a fence to go from there to there, but that's a small issue. So things progressing. So I'm just going to vacuum up this stuff and see. It's better without the light on. Yeah. Okay guys, so I'm just going to vacuum up these stones and see what I get. See what's left and see how much I can save. I'll just put the stones into this container. I just have a sock over my vacuum cleaner hose. And let's see how it goes. Interesting. Let's go. Get down here. Come out the vacuum. Release whatever we've sucked up in the vacuum cleaner. And that can be reused again, of course. So we have that much. Okay, came back out. And guys, let me just put this away for a second. Here's what we're left with. And that's all glued. I am perfectly happy with that. Definitely a tiny bit of a black wash maybe, or black dry brushing or something, just to darken it a wee bit. And then I think that's that area complete. And then when I have a look and see if I'm happy enough with it, I'll go and do the rest. But I gotta make sure I don't do too bright. That's very bright looking. But don't get, it is gravel. I mean, you've grey gravel. When it's dry, it's very light. When it's wet, it darkens up a bit. On real driveways, you know, you see it in parks all the time in the summer. It's a very light colour, the gravel. And then when it rains, it goes a bit of a darker colour. So of course, this is a man-made gravel laid on top of a natural rock formation. So, you know, you can get away with it. But for me, it may be just a little bit too bright. So I'm going to get my black wash. Just go over this and see how it looks. With the wash, I'm getting what I wanted to get. I'm just getting it just a little bit darker. but still retaining a look of a gravelled area. And of course this will knock any loose pieces out, which is okay. We can come back and vacuum again, and then that's what we're left with. That looks maybe possibly a little bit more realistic. I'll add a little bit of flock here, maybe a little piece here, just to give a bit of colour. I'm happy enough with that. That'll do me. Maybe I just need to just give it a little bit along the front there. It's a little bit too bright in certain places. Now, I'll hit that with the vacuum again, and let's see how that looks. I did say I'd show you what I made the fence out of on my little hill. Well, this is what it is. This is metal stuff, and builders use it in between the layers of walls for strength. So all I've done was I just got my angle grinder and just cut off, and then I was just left with my fence posts, and I just tapped them into the styrofoam and I had my fence. And this stuff costs a pittance, almost tiny amount of money, and you could get a huge fence out of that. So I just promised I'd show you what I made that fence out of. So that's the stuff. Here we are. Every trip to the hardware store is an adventure. And here's the finished hill. I've just got that the way I want it. Happy enough with that. And just up the top, I didn't change the top, I left that. I like that as it is. So I just I have my trees there. I have a bit of green scattered around, signs and flag and the river rescue. So that's it on that particular part of my layout. I'm quite happy with that. And I'm still building stuff for the RC cars. That's going to be, that actually, believe it or not, is going to be another one of these. This one, I'm just adjusting this corner a bit by adding, that's a piece of lead actually, piece of foam. Basically the cars are coming here and there was nothing underneath here, they were just falling off the edge no matter what I did. So just to give them just enough for the front tyre to go over. Just enough for the front tyre, just on the very edge, and to get onto this part of the track. So that's why I'm put this on. Tomorrow I'll put some bandage on it. And at the same time I'll bandage this hill. And that hill will join on to this end here. It will be a continuation, because they're all modular to be removed for when I want to race my slot cars. So that's it, guys. That's I'm happy enough with that. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you think there's anything I should change? I'm very happy with it. I'll have to get a wee Irish flag as well and put it down here. When I'm in Ireland, I look for an Irish flag, small Irish flag like that, Latvian one, and I'll stick it down the other end. So that's it, guys. Just thought I'd show you that. A few stickers on the door. Slotcar Union, talking out their slot. Slotcar Union, and my own sticker. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Greetings from Latvia. As you can see, a lot of work going on, various different things, so the track's a bit of a mess. But nothing that can't be cleaned up in half an hour when I want to do a bit of racing.